Now look at something. And this is where it gets dicey, right? Because we never really discussed this in churches. Whose sacrifice did Yahweh accept? Did he accept Cain's sacrifice?
No.
Huh?
No.
Whose sacrifice he accept? Abel. But he accept Abel. Did Abel do what he was told to do? And Cain, who did what he was told to do, he didn't what? Accept it. And who was angry? Cain, because God didn't accept. Who did what God commanded him to do? But then it sounds like if God have what? Preference. God just accepted who? Abel's offering based upon what? Not the law, but based upon something else. So we're seeing even whose law? God's law is what? God's law is being what? Overlooked. And even as it's being overlooked, he's accepting it. How he's accepting it? Look at something. Abel, who took the time to create an environment for the herds to graze. Cain, who did what he was told, continually working the ground and providing all these nice fruit trees and what have you, and then pick these beautiful fruit and carry it for God as an offering. God didn't accept it. Why didn't he accept it? Reason being, Cain was pious. He was the religious one. He carrying out the laws as prescribed by his father. He did what God commanded. Till the soil. God must accept this. He did what he did, what he had to do as within Rith, as Ruth. That which has been prescribed. And say, God, this is for you. What Abel did. Cain, pious, work. Abel, create an environment for the herds to graze, and then now pay attention to what? The designer, the creator. So right therein you see Abel's goal from the time he has been created was to do what? To know Yada, Yahweh. To know Yada, that's the Hebrew word, to know Yahweh. So he spent time getting to know God. And you know what Abel means in the Hebrew? Breath. Breath. And a breath is what? Easily what? Taken or released. And that was his life. His life was just a breath. Cain, who now was pious, what he did, he carried out an activity that was given by God religiously. A pious man, as with the religious institutions today. So what that story is telling us is that all laws, even Yahweh's law, and there are many more too. You can look at Moses and the Pharaoh's soldier who he killed. You could see where he said, "Thou shalt not kill," but yet still he didn't do Moses anything for what? For killing the man. Jacob, the deceiver, yet still he blessed him. Because the principle therein is, what is being qualified here is that the purpose of all human person is to work the will of the other. And the will of God is what? What's the will of God? God's will is that we will our will to Him. That's God's will for us. But that could only happen willingly. And when Abel brought to God his will willingly, it was despised.